catch them on the hillside up there. Some elk up there. Oh, there's some elk in the road right up there. Look at that. A couple cows. All right, well, winter has hardly set in. Barely snow on the ground. It's nice and cold, but not near the normal snow load that we would have at this time of year in this area. That's okay. That means I can still get out here with my truck. Usually this road isn't even passable at this time. It's just a normal truck. So out tonight, gonna do a little camping. I brought the sauna. I'm gonna set it up right here, right on the river. Got a river down there, and it's gonna be a cold night. Last night was like 16 degrees Fahrenheit. I think tonight will be similar. So I'm gonna set it up to camp, take a sauna, try to stay nice and toasty, and then I brought my dirt bike with me again because even though it's end of December, I still think there might be some riding opportunities. I came up last week to a trail that I was gonna try to do. It was raining and there was some private land ownership change and they shut down the way that you get into the base of that trail, which is kind of a bummer, and I didn't have enough daylight to get out and around to a different access point. So I was considering doing that tomorrow. I need to look at the maps because there's a decent bit of snow on the roads in the valleys that have been well shielded from the sun, but any like south or west aspect is actually surprisingly bare. So if I can find a trail or some roads or something that are mostly south or west facing, I think I'll be good to go, because the snow is kind of old and icy, and so on the roads where it is snowy would be a little sketch. But I've only got about an hour of daylight left tonight or less, so I'm gonna get the sauna all set up and ripping so that I can get warm and maybe do a little cold plunge action. Secret weapon. Feel like a cheater, but man, does it make life easy. You just light it up, set it back in there, and then I got the sauna all set up. It is warming up. I've had the door open this entire time and it's still like way warmer inside than outside. So kind of feels like this might be the ultimate cheat code. Get to preheat before I go to sleep with a sauna, cold plunge, whatever, and then I'll let it dry out, stop adding water, set up my cot and sleep inside. And I'm hoping that it lasts all night long. I think it will. There's a lot more thermal mass to it. That's one of the issues with the little backpacking style hot tents, which I like those as well, but there's not a lot of thermal mass to them, and so the heat fluctuates pretty quickly, and you have to tend the fire throughout the night most of the time unless you have some really good dense wood. So I'm hoping that because this stove is more robust, there's also all the rocks on top, there's a lot more thermal mass. Hopefully it just bridges it, and maybe I only have to tend it like once or twice throughout the night. We'll see. But either way, I am excited to use it and plunge down in here. You can see there's a ton of ice in the water, so the water temp is probably around freezing, you know, maybe even below freezing. It's just about ready, I think. I'm gonna take a sauna and then go dip in the river. I want to do a quick little, very informal test. See the temperature outside and the temperature inside. So I'm gonna shoot this little laser thermometer at some bushes right there. Okay, we got about 19 degrees, 20 degrees. Now I'm gonna step inside of the sauna, and there's a little plastic buckle hanging in the corner that I'm gonna use as the piece inside that I'll shoot. So we'll see what the difference is. I get in here. Okay, it's a little dark. It's been running for a while. So there's the buckle. Now, I'm gonna shoot the laser on it. 150 degrees. Oh, you can't really see that. There we go.
Crazy how hot it is in here. I'm so used to just freezing my butt off in a tent and spending like the first hour just thawing and warming up. But now, come in here, it's too hot to even leave my jacket on. So, luxurious.
Oh boy, that's bad. I don't know how people wake up in the morning and decide to start their day with the misery of a cold plunge and no sauna for reprieve. This is where it's at. This thing's glowing red right now. Wow. Alright, well, last night really wasn't too bad. The stove was actually too warm for me, and I ended up just letting it go out. I didn't want to feed it because it was like 80 or 90 degrees in the tent, which is a good problem to have. So I just let it go out and then I restarted it this morning. And yeah, nice and toasty. Doesn't even feel like the, whatever, 15, 20 degrees that it is this morning. Nice and warm, but I'm definitely gonna let the sun come up before I try to go ride the dirt bike at all. Not sure where I'm gonna be able to go because right here, this stuff's just straight ice. So I suspect everything around here is gonna be that way, and I'm not trying to flop on my dirt bike, so I may have to bounce to a spot that has a little better sun exposure, or else just has less residual snow. It's super chilly this morning. It's definitely going to be very crunchy anywhere that there is snow. I don't know yet what the snow that's untracked feels like, so I guess we'll give it a go. But if it's hard pack on the road, like where I've been driving, it is super slick. Definitely not something that I'd be pumped to ride my dirt bike on. Just ice. Just solid ice. Well, my overly optimistic self has yet again led myself into a situation that I can't actually get through what I thought I could. This snow is just super icy, crunchy, old, and then it's hiding these pockets of just thawed snow that, you know, ran underneath and then froze overnight. And so it's just this sheet of ice that's covered by a little bit of snow. And so I've almost crashed so many times. So I don't know if it's a great idea to cruise much further by myself when it's this cold out and snowy, and there's just no way I'm gonna get up as high as I thought I would. So I think I'm gonna zoom back down, which I'm not looking forward to, because going downhill is twice as scary as going up. You're just skating down on the bike. Well, let's hope I can keep it upright. Right, back to the truck, safe. Dumped the bike a couple times on that outing, but I didn't go down a single time, so that's a big win. And now it's time to see if I can get back down this hill with the truck without sliding off. The road was pretty icy and a little snowy. I'm not too far up, but yeah, gotta get down safe now.